Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I am reading another Andrew Daddo book, one of my favourites, and it's called Watcha Building, and it's illustrated by Stephen Michael King. Now I don't know if you can see behind me, but there is a very tall crane. Let me see if I can move this camera over. Not very good with these things. Can you see that? Because sometimes I'm very lucky I get to come and live in the city with Mr. Jones, and he is living in a new village that they've been building and building and building. Let's see what the blurb says. The old milk bar on the corner is coming down to make way for something new. Little Davy Durack is gathering scrap, a short piece of wood here and a long piece there. But what's Davy building? Big Bruce the Builder wants to know, but Davy won't tell. This is best-selling author Andrew Daddo and award-winning illustrator Stephen Michael King, who've come together for the first time to bring you this very special picture book. Now, that I'm having a connection with because the building that Mr. Jones is living in is the old ice cream factory many years ago. I wonder if I can swing around this way and you can see behind my head the sign over here, Peter's Ice Cream Factory. This is where they used to make all of the ice cream and the ice cream cones. All right, let's find out what Davy's going to build. What do you think he's building? Oh, they look like bottles. I wonder if he's recycling things like we do at school. Oh, I hope you can see all the pages. Every day on his way home from school, little Davy Durack would stop and watch what was happening to the old milk bar on the corner. Oh, I love all these drawings. They're made out of things that you can find around the house. Yay! And there's the old milk bar. I used to love going to the corner store or the milk bar. Don't see very many of them anymore. But every day, Big Bruce the Builder would say g'day to little Davy. There he is. G'day, Davy. One afternoon, Davy asked Bruce for some wood. "You're going to make something?" asked the burly builder. Burly means big and tough, stuffing his singlet back into his shorts. I think he'd get away with that now on a job site. But little Davy didn't say anything. He thanked Big Bruce for the wood, jammed it into his school bag, and hoofed it home. Hoofed it. That's a funny way to talk, isn't it? Hoofed it home. That's what we often say in Australia. Like Melbourne rain, Davy was back again the next day. He asked for some more timber. Anything special, matey?" asked Bruce. "Some of that would be good," said the boy, pointing. "Maybe a thinner bit and something longer." What do you think he's making? Any clues? He's got his cricket bat with him. "You must be making something pretty good, mate. Something special." Little Davy smiled, put the wood under his arm and walked off. I wonder what Davy's making. Every day that started with school would end like this. Must be building something pretty big. There were lots of bits of wood and lots of different weather. But Big Bruce didn't ask what the wood was for, and little Davy didn't say. Looks like another big strong building's coming up in place of the wooden milk bar. Until one day Bruce couldn't stand it any longer. "Mate, seriously, what are you making?" he asked. "It must be pretty fantastic." Davy's lips stayed shut. Not going to tell him. Is it a cubby, Davy? Is it in a tree, maybe? Big Bruce could imagine exactly what it was like, but little Davy Durack shook his head. Not telling. I wonder what it is. Are you making a rocket ship, big fella? Is it a boat, mate? Oh, I don't think so. Putting together your own Ferris wheel, are you? Don't think so. You want some wheels for that billy cart you're building, Davy? Is that what you're making? Do you think? That's a good idea. Little Davy smiled. I really can't say. It's a roller coaster, isn't it? Big Bruce could see it now. Well, he had taken a lot of timber, but I don't know if I would trust a roller coaster made out of wood. What about you? I think Big Bruce's imagination's running wild. You're building a plane, aren't you, son? Are you building the hangar too? I really couldn't tell you. And off went Davy Durack with his bag full of short bits and long bits tucked under his arm. The hangar is where they keep the aeroplanes, and it's got to have a big arch so it's as wide as it can be to fit the wings and the big size of the aeroplane inside. Oh, it's a scarecrow. You're building a scarecrow. That's a lot of timber for a scarecrow, don't you think? Is it a skate ramp? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Of course, it's a skate ramp. What kid wouldn't want to build his own skate ramp? That's definitely what you're building, isn't it? But little Davy never let on. Oh, he's a good person to tell secrets to. As Big Bruce the Builder packed up his truck, he tried to imagine what his little mate was building. It's driving him nuts. A space station? Or a surfboard? Or a natty wooden bike? He couldn't stand not knowing, but it really was time to go. So in all that time, he's been building and building and building, and he's finished. Little Davy sang out to Big Bruce from the other side of the road. What are you going to do with the milk bar sign, Bruce? That old thing? I reckon I'll chuck it. Unless you want it, Davy. Can I help you carry it? Oh, does that give you a clue? It's given me a big clue. This book is so big. So little Davy Durack and Big Bruce the Builder walked from the brand new super-sized super schmick corner store. Very fancy now. And very big too. Past the chemist, there's a lot more new things. The hardware shop and the car park. We have lots of those things in the city now too. Walking all the way. And I love all these drawings. These illustrations are fantastic. And down the street, still going, there they are, carrying this sign to the big backyard at Davy's place. Oh, Davy, I love your backyard. Look at that beautiful big tree for all the birds. What do you reckon? Said little Davy. I reckon it's perfect, mate, said Big Bruce. It is the best chook house ever. Wow, what a palace for the chooks. And if you can count, how many chooks can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see 9. And how many birds can you see? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a tail. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's a lot of things to count on this page. How many things can you find to count? Oh, and look, Mum's coming out the back door with a nice cup of tea. That is a pretty impressive chook pen, Davy, I have to say. It's exactly what this town needs. In fact, I'm having another connection. We used to have chickens here at the ice cream factory, but they had to get rid of them while all the construction's going on. So I hope they come back one day because I loved coming here to see the chooks. All right, thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime. Another good one, Andrew. We like this book. Make sure you go and get it if you can. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Carmen's Australian Storytime. Don't forget to click and subscribe and have a wonderful sunshiny day. Bye.